See the road? What's left of the road? That's my property line on this side. And you can probably see it better now. Downhill's a lot easier than uphill. It's January and everything's trying to bud. I don't think that's a great thing. Wish it would have waited a little longer, but it's a crazy year and the weather's weird. So thought I'd add that since this was going right in my face.
Options. Where'd it go? Could go there. Cutting the fence.
As you may or may not be able to see, we're in the dry creek bed. Over this way, 10-15 yards or so, is my my interesting water hole. I think it just goes underground and comes out there. I would really love for it to be a spring, but one time when it was really hot this summer, it didn't seem to be flowing. It seemed to just be a puddle. But I'll show it to you again real quick.
Look at those nice fellas there. There's where the dry bed turns into the wet bed. I'll go over there. We'll look at it. It'll be nice and clear. I can see it from here. Just running off down through there. That big oak tree that I like. It's massive. Anyway, gotta keep the heart rate up. Moving on.
Hung up. Normally can't walk through this section of the woods here. Usually the leaves and the briars are so thick you can't get through them. I may clean it out. I may just leave it. Nice little place to hide down in this little valley. We're just beyond the creek. It's not far. You may be able to still hear it. I can. I don't know if you can. But it's interesting to walk around and look for different things. You know, like I said, I'm still new to this place, honestly. Been here a year. Life is happening all around me, and I haven't been able to spend as much time with my land as I want to. But it's good to get out and see things that you normally wouldn't see because they're hiding under the leaves or behind the leaves. I've seen some interesting things. Nothing just spectacular. You know, I found an old muffler. I need to go get it up, clean it up. But I can see other things through the woods that I couldn't see normally. Like way down there I saw a building. I don't know what it is. It's not on my property. I'm interested now to know what that is. Continuing on. Goodness gracious. Whew. I'll come up out of here for a second. I got sweat lines in my hat. It's winter time. I don't know what it looks like, but I feel sweaty. All right, so let me just pick you up. Here we go. There we go. Adjustment. Terrible filmography. All right, so this it kind of blends in pretty good, doesn't it? Basically today I was doing a little exercise rucking. You know, yes, I watch Pastor Joe. Yes, I watch TJ. Everybody knows that. Well, I consider myself, I consider them my mentors, I guess we could say. However, today, not only was I rucking for exercise, I was testing out this new backpack cover. You know, I shot my video a couple of weeks ago on my poncho, and I was talking about how it covers my get-home bag really well. This bag's significantly bigger than my get-home bag, and I was thinking about what I could do to cover it, keep it out of the rain, and I come across this on Amazon. You know, I think it was $24, 25-ish. It's made by Fire Force, I believe. I can't really review it because I've only had it for a little while, and I used it this one time, basically beating it against the thorns. Looking to see if there was any damage. I don't think that's damage. I think we're okay. But I went through a couple of thorny places on purpose. Not so I could tear up my new toy, but basically to test it. If I have to cut out through the woods for some reason, I want to know my equipment is good. Granted, I normally won't be using that unless I need it and it's raining. However, everything's in a nice little package there. It keeps my water jug, my canteen, my canteen snug, nice and snug. They don't flop around much. Extra protection for my sleeping bag. You know, I keep this little kit up here on top. Everybody's seen my bag before. If they haven't, I may do a video on it. If you want me to do a video on it, you know, leave me a comment and I'll do a video on it, maybe. Or maybe several videos on it. But they kept everything in a pretty nice package. This is let me set you back down. I'm cheating you. That's what I'm doing. There, that's better. Now you can see without me shaking you around. Of course you can't see me, but you don't need to see me, do you? So this is not so bad. I didn't seem to take any damage on it that time. It is adjustable. You know, it looks like it'd fit a spare tire. Probably a 35 on a Jeep if you're looking for a cover for your tire. If you have big tires. I don't have a Jeep anymore. But, and it's very compact. It comes in a little pouch that I didn't bring out of the house. I was just testing it. I'm not sure where I'm gonna keep it. Comes in a little pouch with a little clip. I may go get it and show it. But it turns into a little bitty ball. I can stick it in here if I wanted. No, not that one. I could stick it in there somewhere. Very small, or I could put it in the pouch and hang it off the side, which I'm not a real big fan of stuff hanging off the side, although I have several things hanging off the side. If you don't use your bag, you won't understand that. If you don't hike with it and do stuff with it. This actually keeps it all a little tighter, and I kind of like it. I may use it more often than I think. However, on to this. I mean, it matches those rocks really well. Let's come back to that. So everybody's seen my pack. If not, I'll do some stuff on it later. But it's a medium Alice pack. I keep this little pouch on top. I keep my sleeping bag on the bottom. I keep a canteen on one side, and it has the canteen cup. And then this is my water kit that I've done a video on before with water in it. And I was at first a little surprised because of the way I was keeping it. It was doing a little different, making a little different sound, and I couldn't figure out what was around me making that noise. But it was my water sloshing around. So I got tickled at myself after about 2 or 3 minutes, like, what is that? Oh, it's my water. Hydrate. Whew. So, anyway, I didn't shoot all this video just to say, hey, look at this new toy I have. This video is more along the lines of what I'm doing, maybe why, more along the lines of why I'm doing it. I've been telling everybody for weeks after I went to the doctor that I'm fine, and I'm fine. I mean, I'm not dying. I guess I'll just come out and say it. My blood sugar was high, and basically they said I was pre-diabetic, and they told me I needed to exercise more and I needed to adjust my diet. So what I've done is I've adjusted my diet quite a bit, so much that I dropped 10 pounds in the first week. Basically cut out all my breads, and I cut out all the sugar that I don't drink Cokes. I haven't drank Cokes in years, in about 2 years. I drink a ton of sweet tea, or I did, and I cold turkey stopped drinking that. And somebody said the other day that water, the taste of water is the how cold it is, or the temperature of it. I like that because it's true. I love really, really cold water as opposed to lukewarm water. It tastes better for some reason. Anyway, so I've dropped 10 pounds in a week. This is my second week. I'm trying to do more exercising. Hopefully I'll start looking different. I may not look as handsome and pretty if I get skinny, but you know. I gotta do what I gotta do to take care of myself. And if I don't want to take medication, which I'm not a big fan of taking medication. I know a lot of people who are a slave to their medication, and I prefer not to be if I could. But if I don't want to take medication, then I'll have to basically drop some weight, get my diet. Excuse me, that water went down really fast. It's empty in there. I have to lose some weight. I have to get my blood sugar under control. I think I'm doing a good job so far. Time will tell. You know, I still got 2.5 months. So, you know, I pray to the Lord that I stick with it. You know, I ask Him for help and for strength. And I just did probably a mile with my ruck on, and fairly quickly. That's not a lot to a lot of guys. I know. I don't do a whole lot of that with my pack on, and I wasn't slow walking. I was getting it. I was trying to get it. And up and down these hills out here, you can burn some calories pretty quick. Mixed with my diet, I think I'm doing a good job, and I'm maintaining a normal blood glucose level, as far as I can tell. You know, we have a little test kit and all that stuff. So basically, I guess this is kind of a video about where I'm at in life, and you know, maybe you could, if you're diabetic or pre-diabetic or whatever, maybe you can tag along with me, and you know, if you know somebody who is, maybe I can inspire them somehow, I hope. You know, I don't do anything fancy. I don't go to the gym. You know, I know people that do go to the gym that even live the way I live. They go to the gym. I don't believe I need to. I've got plenty of work here to keep me busy and to keep me sweating and to keep me going. And if not, I can throw my backpack on and I can explore my place. You could do the same with a national park or a park, or you know, your neighborhood. And maybe you do need to be the weird guy with 25-pound weight in your backpack walking around. I think I started to say it earlier that I'm a fan of Pastor Joe and I'm a fan of TJ, and they've been talking about rucking and all this stuff, and yes, that may be what's got me inspired to do it, but also I know 6 months ago to a year ago, I saw a thing where rucking with a backpack is starting to become a thing. It works different muscles. It makes you, you know, for people who walk or run, it's just a different, it's a whole different thing. You know, when you're carrying a backpack through the woods, especially with some of the terrain that I'll show in this video, you'll see that you work different stuff. Your back moves a little different, you know, your legs move a little different. You keep your balance a little more. It's good for you. You know, I don't know that I'd recommend it for everybody, but you know, start walking. If you're having problems, you know, health problems, and you need more exercise, you can get out and you start walking. You get stronger. Try to move to a rucksack and see if that doesn't change you up, because you know, we hike a lot and we do a lot of canoeing, and I usually pride myself. I play softball. I pride myself in having strong legs and being pretty quick for a fat boy. And carrying this big old pack around, it changes my dynamic, and I walk a lot different. I use different muscles, and I can tell that I've done something, even though I haven't gone more than, I've probably gone a mile, maybe a little over, and I can tell that I've done something today, whereas I could have made that walk with no pack and done it 3 times and not got the exercise on my back, on my shoulders, on my legs that I would have gotten out of this rucksack. And I'm not telling everybody that I'm doing it because I'm special. Basically, I'm doing this. Everybody needs to be in shape. You know, like NWA Prepper says, let's get ready. And that's kind of what, you know, that's what pushes us all. We got to get ready. We got to be healthy. Give yourself the most advantage you can give yourself right now before bad times get here, if they ever do. I'm not a doomsday person. I prepare just in case. I'm an in-case prepper, you know. Basically, tornadoes and winter storms, those are my big things. I do believe in the Bible, and I do believe that there will be a end of the world scenario one of these days. So the most prepared you can be for that, the better off you'll be, I think. And that's that contains a lot. That's not just stuff. That's your heart. That's your soul. Everything. There's a lot to that. That's a huge, huge subject. Anyway, so today I'm out here. I'm exercising, is what I was doing. I hope the video was worth watching. It's gonna be long, I can already tell. Just because I've talked for 10 minutes about nothing. And so far I like my little backpack cover, and I may do a separate thing on it. We'll see. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you get healthy. Y'all have a good one.